telling you, on God, homie. Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic 169. We are here on a brand new episode, live every day, 8 p.m. every Monday.
Every Monday.
Live here
At
on Two
8
Balls
p.m.
and a Mic for the past couple of years. Welcome in season's greetings. San Diego Loyal and San Diego Wave both win. Pero those two win this last
¿Avión
weekend.
ganó?
Yep, I think so, against LA Force, where we mentioned it. But we're going to go ahead and have a discussion with the great Alan Underwood, who was at the game, at the matchup, beating the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Duran Free getting his first start. But before that, San Diego Sockers lose. That's very, very rare. That is two words connected. San Diego Sockers lose. We get to be the voice of that loss in Spanish. We'll talk about that. But yeah, San Diego Wave does travel up to 5, defeats Angel City 2-0 at the BMO. Very good matchup up there. Things are shaping up well for San Diego Wave in all those aspects. Champions League, like I said, Champions League is going to be not Chelsea's this season, not our year. But guess what? At least we are in a good tournament to get eliminated from. Not like the Europa League where we got ourselves spanked. Jiva.
Yeah, I mean, with all your players injured in that back line, it's hard, but
All our players are injured too. All the treasure trove of players that we brought in, bro, are all injured. Our manager's injured, bro.
wait.
Season's greetings. We will be doing a live jersey giveaway.
We're giving away that home kit right
This
there.
home kit right there, authentic, chattily, authenticated from the club themselves. Thank you to the club for providing that. We're going to go ahead and do that at the end of the Two Balls Under Wood segment, where we'll go ahead and talk about all of that good stuff. But unfortunately, something that did come about this last weekend was the end of the season, the end of the line, the end of the San Diego Sockers bid for a three-peat as we know it. The San Diego Sockers get eliminated at Pechanga Arena by losing to the Savage. That was a game where, well, okay, let me take you back, right? So they were doing an away match,
Simon.
and they were doing it on last Tuesday. We are going to do it live at Fair Play. Never been to Fair Play. Looks pretty cool. Have you been there?
Never.
So it's a cool little bar, I guess, down North Park. Essentially, but last second it got changed just because the crowd noise would filter in. So we came down over here. Craig Elson sat here in the studio. We did commentary for that. I've been doing that a couple times. Thankfully, it worked out. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for San Diego. San Diego Sockers lose away to Chihuahua Savage. Again, get yourself the breakdown a little bit better. I think they already went over it actually last Thursday on Soccer's Overtime. Fast forward to this last weekend, we had the chance. You got to win 2, and then you move on. Something that the San Diego Sockers were confident. I won't say which player, but in the line for food, because they feed us. In the line for food,
That was a little jab at someone. They feed us.
there was a player in front of me, and he was talking to another member of the team, and it's like, yeah, no, we're gonna win. Yeah, no, vamos a ganar. Like, so they were very
Yikes.
confident. They were very confident in their ability to win 2.
He wasn't wrong. They won the first game.
They won the first game.
The second game.
Second game, the 15-minute one, went all the way to golden goal, and then Chihuahua surprising everybody and defeating the San Diego Sockers and eliminating them. Something I know a lot of people around the MSL really enjoyed. But we were doing commentary for Canela, for Twitch in Spanish, for the Sockers this whole season.
Yeah.
And so, it's been a really cool opportunity. I mean, to be the voice of a soccer team here in San Diego has been really, really awesome this whole time. I really wanted to call a championship. That's my new mission. I need to call a championship for San Diego. Like, it's gonna have to happen.
I saw your tweet. I was like,
I was,
man, he's
I
gonna
was,
get
I was
obsessed
upset.
with that shit.
I was upset. I was very upset. You probably couldn't tell from the call that I eventually did, because the call was actually picked up by Canela Deportes. Oh, you don't follow him. All right. Yes, it is Landon Donovan. But down here, if we go under Gervonta Davis, knocking out Ryan Garcia, Chihuahua Savage es finalista de la MASL. And my voice. Rojo. Ese tiro.
The last comment is cracking me up, bro.
Lo siento por Boris Pardo, el mejor portero de la liga, pero Childs es chillón.
Que Childs es el chillón se vaya a la... That's funny. Dude, it was a golazo.
I mean, it was. So, I mean, if you're listening like, bro, who are you rooting for? Well, San Diego Sockers. But I have to be professional in a way where
can't be biased.
Oh yeah, Rojo goes down, doesn't stand up, and then doesn't put the pressure on, lets him shoot. That's why there's a goal there.
You did a better job than other commentators do, like in Univision and stuff like that, when they're clearly biased.
I mean, I am clearly a biased party here. I wanted the San Diego Sockers to go, and we get this golazo, and honestly, the Sockers put themselves in that position to begin with. Cerda came out at the end when no estaba fino, giving a lot of possession away in the first.
No Califino.
No estaba fino, Califino. But yeah, so there's my voice plastered in a very important moment for this Chihuahua Savage.
Honestly,
first time.
I felt a little like I saw him celebrating and everything, and I was like, dude, they like.
It was really cool.
I was like,
I was jealous,
that's
like
sick.
Really jealous. And now the San Diego Sockers lose, and I mean the only thing I can liken it is to, and I talked with the boy at Young the Ryan about this, and he himself hadn't felt wasn't at a sporting event where there's just a life got taken, just like anything like that. So he was really cool hearing his perspective on that. We were talking about it. It's like the only thing that I could think of is when the Undertaker lost the streak at WrestleMania. He was 21-0 for 21 years. Listen, 21 years.
You've shown me this.
Nobody has won against the Undertaker at WrestleMania, and then Brock Lesnar showed up, and it's not supposed to happen, but just the sound of like.
Hooks the leg. The streak is over.
It's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah, it really did. Like, I couldn't believe it, but the way it happened, it's like, I mean, first off, like how they ended the second game. The last quarter, I told you, dude, I don't like that they're playing like this. They're not trying. They're not pushing. They're not trying to score any more goals. You kind of see like they're trying to wind down the clock. I said, that's not the way to go into the minigame.
Yeah.
You want to go with that momentum. You went literally 3 quarters without scoring.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what soccer is. You're going to have to come in with momentum regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a good look to begin with, but it was a great goal from Chihuahua. Celebrations were awesome to see. People got spicy after as well.
There may or may not have been some spiciness. Spread it out throughout. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, unfortunately, that's what sports gives you. You never really think of it. Steve, the Sockers are the only team I expect to win every match. Well, there you go. Like, maybe you should have, not you, Steve, not because you're there. Excuse me, Steve, not obviously not you. But, people would have shown up the rest of the season a little bit like they did that last game. Maybe they would have felt a little bit more confident and want to show out and perform away, because the Chihuahua fans came out in that away match, and they really, truly influenced that. So shout out to Chihuahua, the first time making it to that level, to that point. And now it'll be interesting. It would have been really cool because had the Sockers won, there would have been 2 home games because Baltimore Blast doesn't have a home stadium arena. So, it ended up happening like it happened. But there's always next year, I think. I hope. I don't know. Let me know, Craig. Like, if
maybe we didn't do a good job, and they want to go another route.
Different direction. Know. Yeah, who knows?
No hard feelings here. You were at the Challenge Cup match on Wednesday.
Yeah. So
¿Qué dieron de comer?
Challenge Cup on Wednesday was Alfredo. Alfredo.
Which one's better, that one or the soccer's one? Because soccer's usually give pasta.
Ooh, that was actually pretty good. No, but like it's in the soccer's, it's a community thing. Everybody eats the same. The players eat the same. The staff eat the same.
Yeah,
Everybody eats the
that's
same.
true.
I'm not sure if that's the case. I don't think it would be the case for media at Snapdragon with
Well,
Wave
we,
Games.
we see their post game meals when we pass by when we leave the media thing, and
But they're
they
like
have 'em.
covered
They're
and like,
to-go
fancy.
plates and stuff. Yeah.
It's just different culinary things. Like, you can get a burger
Which one did
at,
you like
at Jack
better,
in the
though?
Box, and then you can get a burger at like, the Burger Lounge or something. I don't know. Like,
Which one's Jack in the Box?
I'm not saying anybody's Jack in the Box. I'm just saying it's like two
Oh,
different things. Like, if
okay.
it's
Okay.
I really enjoy the salad at the San Diego Sockers. That's just that's funny for me to say.
Yeah.
Sup, Hector? Thank you for the props on the call.
How's the environment at Snapdragon on Wednesday?
So Snapdragon, I think it was the lowest attended San Diego Wave match since they've moved to Snapdragon.
It makes sense on a Wednesday challenge.
On a
Cup
Wednesday
match.
Challenge Cup, but I think they could have leaned a little bit more to, hey, see the new stars, like get out here, like
For sure.
like they should really look at how much it takes a family to go to an event like this, especially on a weekday. As you mentioned, like if you're gonna do that, look, I remember the San Diego Padres for the longest time, like having family pack tickets and having just like if you go to AMC, right? Like yeah, they'll charge you $40 for popcorn, but for $50 you could get popcorn and a hot dog and some nachos. Like it's a pack, right? So because they still have to pay for parking. Parking is so much.
Yeah, dude, that's luckily it's one of the things we don't have to deal with this journey, right? We've been blessed to have parking available for us, but yeah, no, it is pricey.
I just had a staff quit. I just got an email that a staff quit.
Damn. All right, 2 balls in the mic.
All
Staff
right.
quitting.
Yeah.
Hey, I quit this too. Imagine just double down. That would be a dream come true for you. But anyways, yeah, Snapdragon is pricey. Parking was what, like $30?
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
that's what's going to be coming in. Snapdragon also now going to be the host venue of a Gold Cup semifinal. I don't think we really talked about that.
That's gonna
So
be
that's going to
great.
be the next push to be
Rumors have it
legitimate.
Mexico might have a group stage match at Snapdragon.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun as well.
June 11th is also a day to circle at Snapdragon for Mexico because I think it's Mexico versus another team that's being rumored.
Isn't that the
KSI?
group stage match?
KSI?
That's the.
Iceland?
Oh shit! It's gonna be a friendly there.
Maybe.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be the group stage. Oh, maybe they have a group stage. Iceland? That'd be dope. Icelandic Viking.
The school chant that they used to do. Again, we're going to go ahead and do a giveaway for that. Oh, hey, there we go. It was a fun night over at the Cove. The Cove always bringing that energy. It was very interesting just because there wasn't a lot of media where there would be normally, where now it's starting to thin out. But we did have some Latino media
Oh, that's great.
that was incoming. So hopefully if that becomes a new direction, that's awesome. Shout out to everybody in both places. Yeah, I mean that's a very valid point, right? If fear the day that when Loyal needs to move to Snapdragon, they have to pay for parking. Like that's a very valid thing.
$40.
And it seems like $40,
Holy
Steven, cash on site or
shit.
after fees if purchased prior.
Is it better to take the trolley? Probably, right?
Yeah, 100%. Take the trolley.
Take the trolley.
Leave your car at Old Town. Leave your car and at a nearest
Somewhere in the green
trolley
line.
stop.
In the green line. Yeah.
Green line, orange line, wherever you are in San Diego, it's probably best to take the trolley to Snapdragon. And I mean, you can kind of save yourself a couple of cents here and there, but yeah, $40.
Dude, that's more than
Like-
cents. That's like $35.
And again, like you put that in perspective, right? Like, what were the Sockers charging? What a San Diego Loyal cost at
Sockers
times,
have
right?
great deals.
They
by the
do.
way, during the
También le ponen
season.
más caros a veces, pero
Sí, pero like a veces se pasa like free parking or like $5 game ticket, general admission. Like they have really great deals, and low key they're like fan nights, like the Star Wars night, all this stuff. They do a pretty good job at it.
I'll agree with that.
I think this Saturday is superhero day for Wave, if I'm not mistaken.
Superhero Day for Wave. We will get to the breakdown of everything that did happen. On the Challenge Cup, we did have some sound from debuting star for San Diego Wave, Sierra Engi, who
Yeah.
came over, and I was able to ask a follow-up question to a question that we asked on Two Balls and a Mic. So that was pretty fun. And in a bit, we'll have the great Alan Underwood coming in. But, I mean, you haven't done anything for the podcast this whole last week.
Yeah, I have.
No, you didn't.
I mean, sorry, I was on a work conference.
You were at work conference. Mamadas. You were at Coachella, bro.
I was not at Coachella.
You were at Coachella.
You would not see me anymore if I went to Coachella.
Well, you were at Coachella. Like, let's just be honest about it. Like,
No, I wish.
where were you?
Palm Springs for a work conference. Check my time card.
Oh yeah, because your time card's gonna tell me that you were
That's the
there.
location, yeah.
How was Palm Springs?
It was cool. I learned a lot. Made money at the casino. Just the
That's
biggest
that's
takeaway.
not a conference, dude. Come on now. Like,
After
is that
the
where you're gonna
conference
teach
is
your?
over.
Is that where you're gonna teach the youth of America
No, I have
how to
great
how
things. I
to
have
hold
great things to teach.
how
the youth
to
of
how to
America.
fold a 7-2, how to bluff.
I didn't play poker.
Huh?
Played blackjack and roulette. I didn't play poker at all.
Did you put my $20?
I did on black and it
I don't
lost.
believe you.
Ask
I
what?
think you finessed me.
I did not. I
I
swear
think you.
did not.
I don't
did
know.
not.
I told you to
I was a
FaceTime me.
little drunk when I went to gamble the first night.
But how convenient that you won thousands and thousands of dollars, but the one thing that you bet for me just didn't hit. The one thing.
I'm sorry.
I bet
Here's
you won the
20.
next one. You're like, oh,
Yeah, yours lost, and then I placed my bet and I won.
wow. How'd you walk up? Like just the first thing you saw, you're like, here you go, $20. $20
Exactly.
$20 on black.
I put 20. I put 20 on black, and then I put, I think, like 50 on red of my money.
And then you won 50.
Yeah,
I fucking hate you. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? You unbalanced it.
because it wasn't my money on black.
I hate you.
I told you this: never give someone money to gamble for you.
You, I
not a
don't
good
know.
thing.
You
It's
did.
not a
You,
good
yeah.
thing.
You didn't prove that you went. So you owe me $20.
I,
You owe me $20.
you owe me.
Cállese,
You owe me
cállese,
more than
cállese.
that. Shout out to SD Inter for being 5-0 in their season.
Es the Internacional.
20 goals in
Yes.
their last 3 games. If you have not checked it out, go to the next home match. Actually, that's going to be same day as an away game for Loyal at
Go
Orange County.
go for it.
So if you're going to go to that, but if you don't go to that,
Mm-hmm.
go to Mission Bay High School and watch San Diego Inter play. They are killing it this season, the UPSL. So much so, maybe you see them in the Open Cup one day.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the literally the tunnel that takes you into what is eventually the Open Cup, right?
Look
So
at that, dude. 5 wins, 25 goals in favor, 1 against. That is insanely good.
Coach Keith Miller,
From the hangar. If you know Coach Keith,
you know the hangar, you know that's where Camden Riley hangs out. You know that's where Austin Guerrero started his
dude,
academy.
I love
like,
what he yells to the players. The teams are going to figure out what you're doing wrong.
yeah, yeah.
He told his striker, hey, German, how about you stop being offside?
What a novel idea, Coach. You know what?
Thank you.
Maybe I should.
I didn't think of that, Coach.
The dude, 25 minutes in, subbed out his best player,
Yes. And it worked out.
and it worked out.
So much
Thank-
so that they were up 1-0, got a red card in the last like 30 minutes of the game, and then they scored 4 with 10 men on the field. 2 of them were penalties as well, but it seemed like they had an extra player compared to the team with 11. It was great.
But yeah, catch us there. We'll do commentary there. We've been doing commentary. It's been fun. So I got some tickets as we're gonna wait for the great and powerful Alan Underwood to hop on here in a bit.
Got some tickets.
I got some tickets. Got some tickets.
Oh, I think I know for what.
I just realized we should have given the tickets and announced the tickets for that too.
Is it for this weekend?
Jersey. No,
Oh.
I got some tickets to watch Air.
Oh.
The new Marky Mark. No, it's not Marky Mark. It's Matt Damon and El Otro Way. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yes.
Affleck.
And I was excited. I was like, all right, cool. Like my girl was like, hey, you want to go watch it at this time? Like, And then she showed me the AMC seating thing. She's like, look, there's nobody here, surprisingly. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, or do you want to watch a Super Mario movie? I'm like, it's like Air. It's fine.
Watch the Mario
Fine.
movie,
It's fine. I'll go
bro.
watch Air. So
How
we
do
get
you
there.
now go
So
watch the
after
Mario
Inted,
movie
actually,
instead?
after Inted, I go over, go to AMC, get there, little popcorn. You know, if you get a popcorn, a large popcorn, and then you ask for the refill of that popcorn, they can give it to you right then and there. So then you have your popcorn, and then you have the refill of the popcorn with if you're going with somebody else. So each of you have a popcorn. Yeah, just
How much butter do you put in your popcorn? Be honest.
I don't. I really don't, because then it makes my hands sticky. No, I really don't like it. I don't like it.
You put like jalapenos or anything?
No.
Just like that?
Just like that. I like popcorn like that.
You don't
I
put
did.
butter.
I did sneak a.
Let me know in the chat.
did
How much
sneak-
butter do you guys
I
put
did
when
sneak
you go to
a
movies?
bag of hot Cheetos in my bag here.
Your girl didn't take a bag?
No. And so it's fine. She didn't know because I had got them. So then I put them
okay.
here. Walked in. She has a bag. I have a bag. Ate some of the popcorn. Opened the hot Cheetos. Poured half in there. Poured half in there. Mix it up, and you get a hot Cheeto. You get hot Cheeto popcorn.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Pretty good. That
It's
sounds
not,
pretty good,
it's not
actually.
bad at all.
Wait, I think my most embarrassing AMC story happened when I was in high school, maybe right after high school,
Oh
right?
yeah, boy. What happened, boy?
So we go to the one in Chula, right? And we go to the store to buy snacks and stuff, and we buy an Arizona,
yeah.
the cans. None of us have backpacks and stuff, and it's just me with my two friends. I wrap my Arizona like in my sweater, and I'm walking with it. And as soon as I give the guy my ticket, nomás escuché, ding! And like my two friends had already gone in.
Hell yeah.
And I just like looked down, the Arizona's right there. I literally picked it up and just walked outside. I chugged the motherfucking thing because I was like, I paid.
You
$1
paid for it,
this.
yeah.
I mean, I was bigger at the time, so I was able to chug shit. And then I go back in and just embarrassed as fuck, give my ticket again. The guy's like, "You don't have anything else?" And I was like, "No." I dropped it all.
I've been kicked out only once from a movie theater. I was watching Pineapple Express, and first 10 minutes got kicked out
Why?
because I was underage.
Oh,
Fuck.
I thought something else.
I'm so cool because I ditched 7th period. I would never ditch periods 1 through 6. Those are the core. The after school one, academic decathlon. I was like, you know what? I'm the best one. Like, I don't need to train.
Academic decathlon. That does not surprise me at all. Holy crap.
But yeah, so I was sitting there. I was excited. I started watching. Like, oh, there's
Was
a
the
new
movie good?
there's a new Fast and the Furious movie. Okay, there's the trailers. I'm like, all right, cool. And then there was like a trailer with Sebastian Maniscalco, it's a stand-up comedian with Robert De Niro. I was like, oh, that looks good. Like Meet the Fockers, but more Italiano.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like there was like the Little Mermaid. The story in the trailers is getting spicy. Like there's more development now, so there's a new trailer. Go
gonna be a
go
good
look for
one,
that.
too, yeah.
And then like there was a new Ninja Turtles one, and I was
The
like,
cartoon one, right?
I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then there was a Minions one, and then there was a Life of Pets one,
It wasn't for
and then
me.
there
No,
was-
no.
and then I'm like
From the
adding it, and then
creators of that.
I'm adding things up. I'm like, huh. When I was in line, I made fun of a family of 8 that went into our theater. I'm like, huh, they probably couldn't get tickets for the Mario movie, so they're here to watch Air with us. And I start adding things up, and I'm like, why is it so packed on a Sunday?
Were you
Who
in the
wants-
wrong movie?
Who wants to watch Air like this? Families start coming up, like vatos at high school, like pinches vatos vale. I sit there, I'm like, no way.
You guys got Super Mario tickets?
There was a miscommunication on my end. I supposedly agreed
Yeah.
and said yes to the Super Mario movie. And so, like, as the movie starts, I'm like, I just heard him, I'm like,
No.
I really thought the whole time we were watching Air, I was prepared for it. I was prepared to watch it. I was like, okay, all right.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
that's great. Did you like the Super Mario movie?
Yeah, it was good.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Kind of missed working with the kids now.
Peaches. You didn't like that song?
No.
It's gonna win an Oscar.
Anyway, that's what we have there. We'll probably have the great, powerful Alan Underwood already waiting for us. Very patient, stroking his beard.
Yeah, he's in. I just got the notification.
Oh, you just got it, boy? I just got
Right
in. It was all right. There's not a lot of good movies coming out.
Stay tuned for the end of Two Balls Underwood for our San Diego Loyal Home Kit giveaway.
It's coming home to somebody named you. But before that, we have the bearded one, the fantastic
it's me,
one.
Underwood.
That's
Yes, great.
sir.
That is great. Did you watch the Mario movie already, Alan?
I have not, but I will.
Damn it.
I have a feeling it'll come out on streaming service at some point, and I will watch it at some point.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
in Riverside, I am stuck watching things on the internet and not talking to other humans. So I think Mario movie would be a good use of a couple hours of my time to just chillax one evening.
Why not? Like it was fine.
good.
It's just like it was upsetting. Not upsetting. It was just like my girl really thought I was really into like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch a Mario movie. Like I was like, I picked it, and no, because like we were both like, why is it so empty? I'm like, I don't know, and it just still didn't make sense why there was nobody at that point for that Mario movie. It was a new showing, or they shut down another. I don't know, but anyway, something that was a hot ticket here in San Diego. I don't know how hot it was necessarily. There was a cool breeze while we were doing Inter commentary. Alan, you were down at Torero Stadium for a afternoon game against the Tampa Bay Rowdies in a match where both of you correctly predicted a victory for San Diego Loyal. I think I said a tie.
Mine was way off.
Yours was wackadoodle.
Alan was very close. He was off by 1 goal.
Off by 1 goal. So,
Well, if Damas had put that in,
True. You would have been right on.
I yelled at him after the match.
okay, thank you. No, I really appreciate that. So Ronaldo part of the integral 11, but I don't know, fellas. How surprised were we? I mean, I think we understand the why, especially with upcoming matches for San Diego Loyal in Open Cup as well as the league also. But the main story here that USL took off with, giving him his praises, Duran Farid, number 60, under 17 U.S. men's national team goalkeeper, making his debut this season, his season debut for San Diego Loyal in the USL Championship. Surprised, Alan? Thoughts?
Yeah, so some guys were covering Rowdies now because the unused subs have they're long time like fan podcast and kind of team podcast. They kind of anyway. Some of those guys stepped down. There's this other, and I wrote something for them.
Yes,
I talked about Koke's beautiful hair and his shot stopping ability, and he doesn't play. I talked about Conway scoring goals, and he doesn't score. I don't even mention Adrian Perez in the preview because I wasn't sure he was going to get a look. Like, I was way off on this one. I think I was surprised in the sense that was like, oh, that's interesting. Not like, oh, he's getting the go. Like, it was like, all right. Like, clearly he played well in the Open Cup, and clearly he's been playing well in training because Nate doesn't throw people out there who don't deserve to get a start, right? It's not like, oh, we're starting the kids, right? Otherwise Javi would have played. It's like this. He's clearly seen something in him that he thinks that he can be successful and take Koke's place.
Either that, or I mean, you also give Koke some rest for the Open Cup match against Seattle on Wednesday. But a goalkeeper getting rest, I mean, it happens, but it's a little rare. Then you also had Stoneman out due to an injured lower body injury, which you have to wonder. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Hopefully, it's not bad. But essentially, Guido's still out, Stoneman now out, Bodily also out. So that changes a lot when it comes to your game plan if you're Nate Miller, right?
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Bodily came in on this one.
According to this injury report. That seems
Let me look. Let me find the
substitutions. Yeah. No. But yeah, I mean, it's been a team that I think even when I talked to Nate
Oh,
Miller at training.
It was Hackworth. I
Hackworth.
thought it was Bodily, but it was Hackworth. I'm sorry.
That, sir,
You're right.
is offensive. You telling me the surfer dudes look the same?
From in the press box across the way, yes. I was like, oh, Bada's coming on, and they announced it was not him. It was, in fact, another skinny white guy who, yes, they all look the same.
So top back row, left to right, Tumi Moshobani, Camden Riley, Joe Corona. You have Adams, you have Moon, Duran Ferry there with some height. Adrian Perez in the front row, Ronaldo. You have Capitan Charlie Adams, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys heard, Nate Miller considers this time period to be Charlie Adams' prime. I will ask you about this right now, Alan, just because I was taken aback by that statement. Elijah Martin and Elwen Evan Conway. So Charlie Adams in the prime of his career right now. You've seen more USL than probably anybody in San Diego. You've known Charlie Adams back in his OC days up in Orange County. You've been seeing this league. Do you agree with that statement?
I mean, I think Charlie Adams has been consistently one of the best players on the pitch the past couple of years. So, like, I would, 28 is maybe toward the end of it, right? Like, I'm not sure how much longer Charlie Adams is gonna play at this level in the attacking sense. But yeah, I would consider this to be kind of peak Charlie Adams right now. We're getting really good play. We're getting really good delivery. Both offensive and defensive strengths. Like, we're seeing him play really well right now. And yeah, I would consider this to be some of his best performances. But I mean, compared to the past couple years, I'm not sure it's a surprise on how well he's playing, right? This is vintage Charlie Adams, 26, 27, 28. So yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think throughout the year we've seen, like, if it's a chart, he's going up, right, at a steady pace. Like, he's improving every season. He's playing better. I would say maybe like players like Tumi Mosobani, who is sometimes doing really good, sometimes drops level, sometimes keeps going up. Charlie has been very consistent on his way up. And I mean, hopefully it lasts the whole season up to next season as well.
Esteban doesn't agree here. Esteban says disagree. Charlie is good. Don't get me wrong, but he's still indecisive at times. And I can see that. I can see that where sometimes he has the offensive mind that he needs to have, the vision to move the ball forward, or at times maybe he's not necessarily trusting what's behind him with Kazansu or whoever it may be. But there is that hesitation. I think too, it's a little bit of the game speed of the league where sometimes we see players and you're like, why didn't you do that? And it's sometimes in the play in the ¿cómo se dice? Chingada madre. In the run of play where we think and we see the three other passes that could have been the better option, or he holds it for too long. Like, those are the little things that sometimes you do see in this league a little more often than you would anywhere else. But he's been playing really good, especially with injuries. Like, he's had significant injuries, not necessarily I'm talking like ACLs or anything, but injuries that have shelved him for a couple of weeks, and he's been able to bounce back. So kudos on that. Shout out to Esteban Toscano, who is a goalkeeper on some TikTok videos for El Boy Brandon.
Watch his ASMR videos. Those are great. Love them.
You like ASMR, Alan?
No.
This is a goalkeeper ASMR. You'll love it. It's like Tony. I know Tony loves them.
Although, to be fair, like on the MLB TV, they have like MLB Zen in like the commercial breaks, and it is very much that. And it's like, oh, it's kind of relaxing. It's like the thing that like redistributes the infield dirt, and it's like, you're like, it's kind of calming, I guess. It's not my favorite, but I can understand why people like it.
Well, here you go, Alan.
Like wrestling, not my favorite, but I understand why people like it.
You will never understand, Alan. You will never.
I won't. I mean, I think I missed it as a child. Like, my friends were all in wrestling. I wasn't. So I think I missed it. But I understand I totally get why it's entertaining and enjoyable. It's just not for me, and which is fine.
New gloves? Why not?
Come on, Alan. You have to love this.
I could smell that.
Tony's very excited right now.
Sorry.
We're uncomfortable being in here, Alan. You want to switch?
You know how confident I was for
I'll be
that
there
for
in
that
3
transition. Look, we ain't fake here, Esteban. Down here it says subscribed. All right, been subscribed, homie.
Of course.
Again, there's good content happening all around San Diego, all around town. You could probably see him on San Diego Loyal Media. He always wears the merch outside and gets retagged. But back to this game, right? So historically, day games, afternoon games, Saturday, Sunday, not the best for San Diego. There's still some holes that need plugging and I guess roles that need defining in a way, but I think this team is finding its rhythm with the amount of changes it's had and the players that have been put in different positions. Camden Riley, I'll highlight and I'll let you speak on it a little bit. He's been able to move himself into this position where he can be trusted on defense, be trusted in the midfield, and sometimes even move forward. We saw that in the New Mexico game. He was put in a little bit more forward on the pitch for that same reason. He's been working. He's been developing. What did you see from Camden Riley out there?
I'm going to go with the Nate Miller quotes from the press conference. He said that Cam Riley is pretty much one of the most underrated players on the team and probably in the league. He's trained in 7 different positions and understands them tactically and like the roles that he should be playing. He's trusted to be on the back line, but they essentially used him as a midfielder. It was weird. Like he took the ball and drove it forward as if he was an extra midfielder in offense, and then played a really good center back role. Like it was, I think on paper you look and you're like, this might not be successful, but I mean, a clean sheet, no shots on target, like that's a pretty solid performance from a guy that last year I think people were a little nervous anytime he stepped on the field. And if Nate Miller trusts him, like that says a lot, right? Like Nate Miller's not going to throw some guy out there. And, you know, Cam is ingratiated himself with the fan base.
Yes.
People love him. His Spanish is good. He's just an all around super nice guy. And it's cool to see a guy like him get the kudos he deserves, because he's clearly been working very, very, very hard to get as good as he got compared to what we saw last year. And maybe it was just uncomfortable. I think the things are already there, but I was talking to someone else on the team and he's like one of the best teammates. Like everyone on the team just loves him. And that's the guy you want on your roster, right? Yeah. He's going to fill in where there's gaps. He's going to give you some tactical variance. And in this game, it was really fun to watch him play. He was, you know, running 30-40 yards with the ball. He was pressing really up high in the opponent's final third. He was dropping back and reading the play pretty well. There was never a point in time where I'm like, ooh, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think this game in particular showed the ceiling. I mean the ceiling, but like the potential that a guy like Cam Riley can bring, and gives you some breathing room when there's injuries or late in the season when you're subbing guys on. You know that guy is going to bring it. And, you know, he's essentially a taller, redheaded Elijah Martin. I think it's just that positivity, that hustle, and then that clearly he's super popular in the locker room too. It just speaks highly of who he is.
Yeah, and like you said, you want that guy on your team, and we could potentially see someone that eventually could maybe work his way into a starting lineup more consistently, right? If he's playing that well, defending great, blocking shots that are going on target that are probably going to be goals and just deflecting them into corner kicks. Overall, a great game. That's why he was the man of the match for the locals, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think the almost own goal, like that's not even his fault. It like deflects off of him. It's like the one moment you're like, ooh. But I mean, maybe he had the wherewithal to be smart enough to put that over the net. Like, I don't know. Like sometimes it's better to be, I think this is it's better to be lucky than be good sometimes game, offensively and defensively. But like, I can't say enough things about Cam Riley. Like, I'm super excited that he's doing really well. I mean, the same thing with Free. Like, to see him step in and play the role of Koke Vegas with that essentially being a 4-man back line when they play with a 3-man back where the goalie comes forward.
Yeah.
Like to see him be able to do some smart things with his feet. He kind of gets away with 1 or 2 throughout the game, but you can see that at a kid that's that young, his ability to play confidently with his feet is going to get him minutes and move him on to higher leagues that are looking for a goalkeeper who can stop shots but also play with his feet.
Yeah, very interesting to see this development of his. You know, he already got a red card in a important tournament, so you know he's not necessarily afraid to tread those waters and learning experience. And I'm sure, like again, like Esteban was saying, according to his perspective, he feels like he got a little cocky towards the end, and maybe just get a little bit overconfident in his abilities or the situations. So that comes with experience. And then honestly, like I've said that
and
the
it's making
prime
mistakes
for a
like that.
goalkeeper is literally probably twice his age.
Yeah.
Like he needs to live the amount of years that he's already lived again in order to probably reach his prime if everything goes well for his career. So
Crazy.
yeah, no,
Yeah, and then that experience comes from making mistakes as well throughout that career, right? So it's gonna be very easy to just say when he makes a mistake and say, why would you not start Koke over that? You have to remember, so you're developing this talent. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's something San Diego Loyal could eventually pride themselves if this kid literally makes it in 10 years into a World Cup roster.
love
I mean,
it.
he's already like Anthony Siaha and Austin Guerrero are no longer on this team, probably because of the talent this kid has at such a young age.
Ooh.
That he's like worked his way into a second starter, right? You let those guys go because you have this kid waiting in the wings that I think put pressure on those guys, right? And so it's like, do you have a second keeper that can probably be like Anthony Siaha's starting, right? He could be
He's the number one
So
goalkeeper right now.
Right. So it's not an insult to those guys. It's just when you have a second keeper, like, or the backup goalkeeper, if you will, it just speaks volumes of what the coaching staff sees in a kid like that. And again, I asked a question that apparently Nate Miller took exception to, that like I might think that. I was like, well, I mean, like in general, when you see a backup keeper, you think it's probably going to be a downgrade from your starting keeper. That's what people would assume. And I think Nate Miller nailed it too. Like, yeah, you would assume that, but we see him every day and know that he has this ability to be a frontline goalkeeper relatively soon, if not like right now. Like he's 180 minutes of clean sheet soccer for San Diego.
Alan, did you piss Nate Miller off again?
Probably. I mean, I guess.
But two of those players that we just mentioned, Camden Riley and Duran Ferry, somehow involved, and this is a pretty cool team goal. Even Nate on Twitter saying praises to this team goal that ended up being the game winner. Essentially, this play starts off of a throw-in, right? So it's crazy in soccer when you like go all the way back to see how this play just started. It starts from a simple throw-in, right? How do you create space? How do you create the play? Well, let's see what we know how to do. Let's start it all the way from the back. Run some space in here, right? Kyle Adams switches it. That's it.
Which was pretty impressive on the day. That the switches were pretty good.
And so, I mean, this is kind of like tactically what Nate's been able to do this whole match, this whole year, right? And so, eventually, this is the precursor, which you just saw, of them trying to build into that style, into that. Are we calling it Miller ball? Is it Nate ball? Is it Loyal ball? What is it?
Miller ball. Miller ball's popular in San Diego.
Miller ball. And so this is eventually where it starts right back again, right? So all the way from the back, this has Kyle Adams, Charlie with a venomous pass into the middle that eventually makes its way all the way to the other side, and then Adrian Perez is able to shoot it. That's what you got to do sometimes. Like, it's not the prettiest goal. It's really not. But sometimes that's all you have to do is get a shot on target. And sometimes Loyal isn't necessarily the best at doing that, taking those opportunities from, I want to say, like as close range as you can possibly get, as further away as considered close range because you're inside the box.
It's a great shot, honestly. I mean, he does, like Alan said, you get a little bit lucky in this game, right? He catches that defender off a slip, creates that space to take the shot in between both defenders. And it's one of those shots that are so low, it bounces right before the goalkeeper. Those are really hard to stop. And we've talked about Koke getting shots like that, or previous goalkeepers from San Diego Loyal getting shots where they bounce right before. Those are hard shots to stop. And I mean, I think it's just a great shot as well.
Yeah, and he's definitely in traffic, so it's impairing his vision right there. But I just want to talk about this pass right here from Charlie Adams. Like, it's a pass where he's shown twice New Mexico with a great pass there. And then this right here is a different version of that pass, but he's tiene tiza en el taco. Do you know what that means?
No.
Which is weird. Okay, so he has what is that thing called in pool? The little blue thing that you put at the tip of the pool stick in English.
Chalk.
Chalk. Well, he has the pool stick chalked up, and it's been don't laugh. Hey guys. By the way, stay tuned. We're about to give a San Diego Loyal jersey, home kit away. So he's been really refined, and that pass, as you know, minor as it may seem, is very difficult to get there. Put the amount of spin, put the right amount of power in there. Adrian does a really good job here and essentially scores. Like, you got to take those shots, because if that's not a goal, it's a corner. If it's not a corner or a goal, it's gonna get bounced back in the middle. Ronaldo just touches that back in. So.
And Adrian almost gets a goal later on a Charlie Adams shot that's very similar, where he forces Sparrow into a save, and the ball gets pushed back out toward Perez, but Sparrow does a good enough job to push it away from him. But like, he even talked about like this goal, he kept going to the byline, right? That's what Nick Moon does as well, right? They take the ball, they get to the byline, they cut it back. But he was saying, I was trying to get I was going right and not getting a lot of luck, so I decided to cut it back in, and maybe that's what the defender is anticipating him going to the byline or the touchline like they normally would. And I think when he cuts it back to his left, which is his favorite foot.
His favorite foot, Alan?
His favorite foot?
Are we still live? Are we still? Let's try to open something. Alan, can you hear me? Alan. Oh, no, he's frozen. Alan. Oh, this segment will not end. We can't give the jersey away.
No.
Cannot give the jersey away, right? No, internet's still running. Everything's still good.
I think it's on his end. But essentially what Alan's explaining is just, he's right. I think a lot of teams are used to seeing San Diego Loyal players keep driving forward towards the line and then getting that cross on. So he does put that hold back. It does catch the defender a little off guard. Trying to catch his feet, manages to slip and creates a space.
Yeah. And I mean, don't mind Frozen Allen up top, sub Tete making it in. But yeah, I mean, it literally destroys that defender, right? Gets up and now is in a position where he's blocking the vision as well as a goalkeeper.
I think Perez is actually a lefty, right?
Yeah, preferred
So
foot. Yeah,
having him on the right is just great. And then eventually having Nick Moon on the left is great because they cut in. They both have really good shots with their preferred foot.
We'll wait for our friendly neighborhood Allen to rejoin us.
Wow. It's that Riverside internet, man.
Yeah, I mean, Orange County, bro. Like, disgusting. But yeah, so that's the chance that ended up happening here, paying dividends. And that's the thing. Take the shots. Like, just take the shots. Sup, Pokelosa? I asked about him, actually.
You were just talking about him today.
Asked about him.
He literally called me. He's like, oh, hey, when's the boy Pokelosa dropping another live?
But yeah, I mean, and then Ronaldo Damus a little bit later hits the woodwork. Would have been that 2-0.
They ended up having 5 shots on target, which is kind of like what the average of what San Diego Loyal has, right? They have a lot of shots, very few on target, probably less than 50% majority of the games. But again, it's showing. Oh, Alan Underwood's back, but it's showing that at home, it's a fortress. At this point, they're perfect at home. They're 4-0. Yeah, they got lucky. The one against New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
No, New Mexico was away. The last one, who was it against? What did I do with Pony? Tulsa. There you go. Thank you.
Alan. Wait, you were there.
I know. Alan, we kind of ran it back with what you were saying about not going towards the field, cutting in, catching the defender off guard. Is that what you were going with?
Yeah, and then you make Connor Sparrow make a tough save, and he kind of bundles it into the goal. And Adrian was like, I was maybe a little bit lucky, but that's soccer, right? Tulsa was the same way.
Oh yeah.
And we've seen this Loyal be on the opposite side of kind of this unlucky play.
Yeah, bro.
And
Loyal got to look
and
out
so
for
you-
the ops, bro. Sorry.
and you got to credit him too for putting that shot on target. Like he doesn't get a lot of playing time, and for him to take advantage of that, like good for him. Like you're gonna put this shot. I was a little annoyed at Toomey when he played it off like the way he did. I was like, ugh, give the ball where you want it, just drive, shoot. But you know, it ended up working out all right, and San Diego takes the 1-0 lead, and you feel pretty good.
No, yeah, definitely. They did a fantastic job of at the end of the game they kind of parked the bus, and so give or take, if it works, it works, right?
Sometimes it's gonna work. It's not going to work all the time.
Yeah, and this is a case where it ended up being the right call. You get your 3 points at home again. Another good start at home for
Perfect
San Diego
run
Loyal.
at home.
Let's use some different language because it tends to happen that once it's admitted or acknowledged that we're perfect, we're undefeated at home, something happens. It happened this season when they were like, oh, undefeated San Diego Loyal move into their third match. But yeah, let's get some more home games in for Loyal on the victory column. So ultimately, a good game overall. Interesting players that are coming in, being important. Nate Miller said to me that he's not really concerned with having a set 11 just yet in that interview. So it took me by surprise a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But now this team is going to go ahead and travel up the 5, not just to Orange County, not just to LA. They're going to fly over to Seattle, home of the former Sounders, home of some of the best cardiothoracic surgeons in the planet, some great neuro medical people.
You're talking about Grey's Anatomy?
The great Meredith Grey, at Gray Sloan, who moved over to, spoiler, Boston. I'm very sad about that. But in any case, they move up, and they're going to go ahead and face Seattle Sounders. Next match up on April 26th this week, Wednesday. Seattle Sounders Open Cup match.
It's going to be interesting to see what players are available. Based on this last weekend, you had some key players out. Hopefully Guido's able to come back, but if he is fit, do you just throw him back to the starting lineup right away?
I mean, maybe you do what you did with Charlie Adams last time, where you play him for a half and then sub him off. Nate Miller said he's going all in, right? And I think that's what we saw with this lineup. We rested some guys. We brought in, you took Conway and Damas off kind of early. You only played Colin Martin for a little bit. So I think they purposefully rested some guys to go heavy in. Now, Seattle right now is 6-2-1, 6 wins, 2 losses, and a draw in MLS. 17 goals for, 7 goals against. 4-0-1 at home. They have a really good start to the year right now. They sit even with St. Louis, second place because of 1 goal in goal differential, and sit 1 point in front of LAFC. So this is a good team. Do we see as many MLS players? Who knows, right? You have the MLS 2 teams in the MLS Next Pro whatever they call that league. So you're not sure what team you're going to play, which makes it difficult because you might get a bunch of the MLS 2 guys and some of the starters, which we saw with LA Galaxy last time, where it was these up and down guys and a couple like kind of starters sprinkled in, which made it difficult. I know Seattle likes to take like CONCACAF Champions League and those kind of things pretty seriously. And so maybe they start a little bit heavier with MLS players, or maybe they go, let's play the kids and see what happens. It's really hard to tell in this round of the Open Cup. Usually the MLS clubs come out a little bit heavier down the line, and they kind of throw some kids out the first round and the second round. So it's really hard to kind of preview, and I'm sure for Nate Miller, it's really hard to prepare for a team you're not quite sure who you're going to face.
So let me just throw some numbers out there, right? So the Seattle Sounders are 23-7-4 all time in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup, U.S. Open Cup. So that's a pretty good record. Not only that, Seattle has won 4 times since joining the MLS: 2009, 2010, 2011, 2014. So not only are you facing a team that is supposed higher caliber, but you have a team that historically does well in these types of competitions. So, a victory here would be huge, and not just for the sake of just winning over an MLS team, but you beat an MLS team that has some history in the longest continuous running soccer tournament in the world, right? So there's heft to this match above not just being a different Vetter Cup. I don't know. I know you know what that is. So I mean, if it's a Vetter Cup of soccer, I mean, let it be. If this is something that can be harvested and rivalried, sure, why not? Let's go into Seattle and show them that you might have the number one supplier of tulips in your state, and you actually have the Roosengardens supplying most of the tulips that are sold in the Netherlands, and that's actually a giant trade that is falsified. And look into it. But
they don't have better burritos or Mexican food.
No, they don't. Your glorified Seaport Village at Pike's Place Marketplace. All right, sure. You know what? You can find better seafood here in San Diego at Seaport Village. So
if they lose, I'm gonna go back to this trash talk.
Go for it. Go for it. You know what? The Seattle Sounders is a team that replaced the void of the Supersonics, and I don't think it's gonna ever be filled. I think the Kraken is actually the better sporting team in the city. Their biggest claim to fame is again Meredith Grey. I mean, I don't know how much more do we want to trash Seattle for right now. Alan, do you have any words or thoughts on Seattle? Chat, get involved.
It rains a lot.
Yeah.
Their famous restaurant isn't In-N-Out, it's Dick's.
Yeah. Keep going. I love this.
Seattle is. I mean, they're playing in Tacoma, so it's not even Seattle. It's like the shittier version of Seattle.
Yeah, no, they're playing at Starfire Stadium. So Starfire Stadium,
the home of the Tacoma, which means it's probably more likely to be MLS2 players than the MLS players, but
which would be actually a good thing for San Diego if you really think about it, right? I mean, what else? They have to take the ferry places?
That's actually pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
I like ferries.
Unless it crashes and then you have to save people's lives and then you fall off and almost drown, which is the last episode of Grey's Anatomy I watched because I was like, this is dumb. I'm over it.
And guess what? Dude? Meredith.
There's still 14 more seasons.
She gave up, but she was saved. She got brought back to life, and it was actually a really good story arc. You missed out, Alan. I'd highly recommend you go back.
Someone said fish tossers.
Fish tossers in the Pike's Place. They toss their fish, which isn't necessarily the best. Their salmon's pretty good. So in my ignorance, I walk up to the dude because I worked at a fish company for a while. I was a sushi chef. I know my way around fish. And so, exactly. You were doing something else, Alan.
It's a sushi roll. I was like chopping the fish and then you roll the sushi, right?
Yeah, I chop the fish and I eat the sushi. But one of the things is that there's something called salmon candy, right? Salmon bellies, and it's really good. But here we know it as a word that is apparently a racial slur for natives in the area up there. And so I walk up in Pike's Place and I see this product, the salmon bellies, salmon candy, and like, hey, how much is your blank candy? And the dude he's handing out free samples, and the dude's eyes just like, oh no, you can't say that here. And I was like, what do you mean? Like Sam, like this or candy? Like, oh, like no, like you just can't say that. I'm like, okay, looked it up. Very offensive word. So San Diego, you need to polish up on your fish terminology to make sure that you're not doing that. All right.
Being racist.
100%. So I educated myself up there. I read up and went to some seminars, and now I'm a better person because of it. Alan, we're about to give a San Diego Loyal jersey away. Sorry that you.
Whoa! Wait!
I thought I was gonna put my name in the. Hold on, let me put my name in the chat.
Do you have predictions for this game? We still have
Oh
the
yeah, no,
El
we
Paso
need a
match,
prediction.
too, to
Yeah,
preview
El Paso, the Lasso from El Paso.
it. Does Loyal win and advance in the Open Cup? Yes or no? We don't have to give specific predictions. We can do that for El Paso.
Yeah.
Can I say no and then yes?
You can, but it's not going to count.
Well, they're not going to win, but they advance.
Oh, penalties?
I think
Oh.
if Seattle plays some of their starters, San Diego's going to have to defend. I think San Diego has enough in them to score some goals if they need to. It's just going to be how good is the back line going to be. And worst case scenario is we pull a Manchester United and get outplayed and then survive on penalty kicks.
Comments, Chiba?
Well, thank you for the segment. 2 balls. I do think Loyal get to advance to the next round of the Open Cup. Tony, you said yes, right?
San Diego Loyal does not advance in the Open Cup.
Ah, perfect. All right, let me ask you another question, Tony. Does San Diego Loyal stay perfect and win on Saturday against El Paso?
San Diego Loyal do stay perfect, however, do not win.
Wow, they tie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, El Paso this year right now is looking a little bit better than maybe we saw them at the same time last year where they came in. They were a hot mess and we destroyed them. El Paso is looking much better. They win at home against Pittsburgh. They win at home against Orange County. And so they've been playing fairly well as of late. They go into Louisville and beat Louisville 3-0. So this is not last year. This is not last year's El Paso. They start out pretty poorly. They lose their first 3 matches. But going into Louisville and winning, heading to Tulsa and getting a draw is a pretty good result. And they've scored 3 goals, let in none against Orange County and Pittsburgh. So they're going 180 minutes of not allowing a goal in league play. And Pittsburgh is not as good as it used to be. Orange County is kind of still struggling a little bit. So maybe this is a recency bias. But El Paso is playing fairly well. And so this is going to be an interesting test at home. I'm going to go 2-1 on this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give up their winning streak and come out of this with a draw.
All right.
Especially after a long week, right? You're playing Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. That's some tough. And if you're going all in on Wednesday, you're not going to have your key players going full 90 on Saturday. And so you're going to rely on some of the depth, which I think San Diego has, but it's going to be a tough one. And I'm hopeful for a win, but more realistic, it might be a draw.
Yeah, you're starting to push it now, where you're putting this team and the fitness to the test, and hopefully everything.
And El Paso does not have an Open Cup. They lost to Omaha in the second round, so they are going to be well rested coming into that match.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same way as you, Alan, where they're gonna go all out in the Open Cup match, and they're gonna have to rest some players as well, or some players are gonna be really tired. I think they give up points. I think they lose 2-1 against El Paso at home. That's what I'm gonna go with.
We have a win, lose, and draw.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, one of us
someone's
is
gonna
be
be
right.
right.
Somebody's right. But yeah, so
Hot Cheetos to whoever gets it right.
Hot Cheetos to whoever gets it right. Do you like hot Cheetos, Alan?
Pass. No.
We'll get some regular Cheetos for you.
Perfect.
Cheddar jalapeno?
I'll do cheddar jalapeno. I'm not a
Spicy.
fan of like that super, like the red stuff. It's just like, it doesn't sit well for me.
The red stuff.
red
the red
yeah.
stuff.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the flaming
Flaming
hot
hot.
Cheetos, the flaming hot
Alan,
Funyuns.
we grabbed those. We put chamoy Valentina on those. Still
I
hot
know
sauce
how
on
it
that.
works. It's
And
it just for
in the works.
Again, like wrestling and goalie ASMR videos.
You're just
Not
hating
my-
on it now, Alan. You're just, man. No wonder.
Again, I can appreciate the gloriousness that is those things. It's just they're just not for me. I know I am old enough to know what is in my wheelhouse or not, and it's not me. And I'm not judging the
It ain't me.
enjoyment of those things. This is not judgmental. Like, have all of the flaming hot Cheetos you want with chamoy and all of the fixins. Just not my wheelhouse.
As we're going to be starting to add something that is in somebody's wheelhouse, a literal wheel, where we're going to go ahead and choose who the winner of this San Diego Loyal Home Kit is. I'm sorry, Alan. You are disqualified. Never really had a chance to get in it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm waiting for the next iteration of the goalie kit to come out.
Nice.
I've heard some Mr. Caramelo Tocas.
Caramelo?
Oh, Carmelo Tocas. I
Great
love
name.
that. We got Buck. Love it.
But Alan, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Sorry we couldn't see you on Sunday. Saturday? Saturday.
Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah, a schedule conflict.
it happens.
I'm hoping I'm able to be there Saturday. It's my dad's birthday. So,
Happy birthday, Chivas dad.
yeah. Chiba Senior? No, I'm just kidding.
Look, guys, I'm gonna put these names and it's fine. Like, I will put these names. So this is gonna be your last call right now with Alan still here. If you want to win, have a chance to win this San Diego Loyal jersey that is hanging right behind me, brand new, pristine. It still has a tag, so if it doesn't fit, you can go back and say, "Hey, I won this," but
It's an XL, by the way.
Yeah,
So
it's fine. You can switch it out. So this is gonna be the last call. If you're watching in the chat, type in your name, type in a name. You're gonna be the winner. I think we're gonna do it dramatically, the way that the boy Pokalosa does it.
Oh,
We're just
let's
gonna
go.
eliminate people. The last one standing
I think you can make it, right?
will
But
be.
then you
Yeah,
get eliminated.
yeah.
Ooh, drama.
I love it.
Let's see. How do you...
I don't know.
Los Pocalosa one?
Yeah. Anyway, Alan, get some rest.
Yes,
Not saying that
I
you
will
need
do.
it, but like get it.
I will do my best. No promises, but I will try. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Good luck to all of the crazy fake names that are in getting input into.
You don't want to
a
know what
jersey
those names
drawing.
mean.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, much like
you only get one,
don't rap-
guys.
Don't rap Bad Bunny at work. I'm not gonna even inquire about some of the meanings of these names.
Hey,
Gentlemen, it's been great.
hey, you've never met Rosa Melano?
No. Do you hear the horse? Is that coming through my mic? I can hear it in my headphones. I live right next door. There's horses and goats out there. It's great.
Orange
There's
County.
a
So,
goat
gentlemen,
right
have
here.
a wonderful evening. Good luck to all of you who are entering to win that kit, and have a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys hopefully on Saturday.
Love it,
Holy.
love it, love it.
Thanks, Alan.
You're the best, Alan. Bye.
There has to be a way where we can, because my boy Angel used to do it. Angel, if you're still here, can you let us know in this wheel thing? Was it the settings or something?
If anything, we'll just eliminate. This is going to be your 1 minute warning for anybody who has not put in their name here. Go ahead and put your name on it. You will be able to win a San Diego Loyal jersey. We are doing elimination style, where
Go and customize. My boy's letting me know. On this corner. Customize.
customize right there.
Uh-huh.
All right, customize here,
And then...
and then what?
All right, we're on customize.
Yes, we're
Well,
at-
after spin. Wait, he's typing.
Click to play sounds.
After
Auto
spin,
remove
yeah.
after
Auto
win?
remove winner after 5 seconds. No, wait.
Oh my gosh, come on, guys. You guys, it's your last minute.
This is the minute.
Put in the names. Put in those names in the chat for your chance to win a San Diego Loyal jersey. Look at this. Just making sure everybody's in there.
He's typing.
Check this once again.
typing.
Your friend needs to.
Type faster.
Yes.
He's got it. He's helping us.
Abel. Oh, look, Abel.
Ya puso nombre de veras.
Okay.
Change. We have a winner. Oh, change. We have a winner.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, sorry you lost.
You lose. Good day, sir. That's what Willy Wonka tells Charlie and
or
Grandpa.
whatever. Yeah. So you change that, and that should be it. I think. Auto remove winner after 5 seconds. Is that a thing? We have to click that.
But they're not a winner. I don't want to give the impression. You know what? I'll just manually take them out. I'll just, yeah, that'll happen. All right.
Is that everyone then?
You got 20 seconds to finally put this in. After you spin it, it asks if you want to remove the winner. All right. I love this. Perfect. We'll remove the winner. So we got Jeff, we got Robert, we got Esteban, Sammy. Sammy, you have
Okay.
2 in here, so I'm going to eliminate 1.
Yeah. So after it'll say they lose, and then you just remove them. Perfect.
I'm
Thank you
just
so
going to
much.
eliminate Sammy because Sammy can't win twice.
Yeah. No, he can't. Is he cheating?
Yeah.
You got Diego Macias on there.
Diego Macias.
Don't just
Good.
type that in.
Diego Macias. Giving you more time, guys. If you're here, just type in the name.
David Ayala, you got him on there.
Is David Ayala?
Yeah, the name's on here.
Uh,
Dylan Capel.
Dylan Capel.
Yeah, he's on
Capel
here,
room
he's on
right
here.
there. Room. Okay.
I think those are all the names I see. If you see your name,
If you don't see your name, you got fucking 10 seconds. No me pusieron, vato.
put your names. Put your names.
There you go. Chingada madre, charraza no puede. I want to win. Lynn S. So we put in Lynn S. They said I want to win.
I guess so. Just
All
put Lynn
right.
S.
Let's.
By the way, if you win, you have to hit us up on Instagram so we can connect with you and give
You better
you
be
your
subscribed.
jersey.
Like, don't be like subscribe now. Like, I won't be mad.
Yeah, be subscribed. That'd be
Like,
nice.
I won't be mad. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Locking it in.
Locked in. Da, 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 dun. It
Wow,
should be
15
doing
entries.
anything.
All right.
All right. Again, we're going to do this.
Best of luck to everyone that entered for a brand new home kit for San Diego Loyal. El otro podcast ya acabó. All right, here we go. Are you putting like
I'm putting a little music.
not copyrighted music? Abel, by the way, this is not a 5-gallon jug; it's 1 gallon.
You're one. That's 1 gallon? How about this gallon, puppy?
I need to catch up, man. I should have been. This is the 9 p.m. mark. I need to catch up.
Yeah? Yeah, boy? You need to catch up, boy? The wings catch up? All right. That's it. Good luck, everybody. Ready?
Yes.
So we're going to be right here. Let me just check that everybody sees it on OBS. Let me take W out there. All right.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Remember,
6,
if you get
7,
selected,
8,
you're
9,
eliminated. It's
10,
gonna be the
11,
last one
12,
standing.
13, 14, 15. 15 people, 14 spins. That's how it's going to be.
Shuffle it. Shuffle it. a
Last
little bit,
chance.
Shuffle
Shuffle it so you guys know it's real.
it. Boom. One more time. Bam, bam. Bam, bam,
I'm
bam,
mixing
bam,
it up.
bam,
You guys
bam,
are
bam,
seeing
bam,
this.
bam,
Click,
bam,
click,
bam,
click,
bam,
click,
bam,
click,
bam,
click,
bam,
click.
bam.
All right.
All right.
San Diego Loyal jersey on the line.
Here we go.
First click. First elimination. Stupid. And first elimination is going to
mi
be
compa.
Angel Lozano. Bye.
Angel,
Bye.
disculpa.
Remove later.
Sorry.
These
Angel.
are the fireworks of sadness for you.
Ah.
You get nothing. Good day, sir. Next spin,
Man, I'm
next
sorry.
spin, next spin, next elimination. Next elimination is going to be
Buck. Oh, no.
Jeff Abramovich, the
Jeff.
first one to put in.
Ah,
Here are your
sorry,
fireworks of
Jeff.
consolation. Sorry about that, Jeff. Please stick around. We're gonna talk San Diego Wave right after. Might have stuff to talk about there too as well. All right.
Ooh.
Next one is going to be Diego Macias. Sorry, Mr. Diego, you are out. Coming on down, cutting it down, removing Diego Macias. Fireworks still going everywhere. We have a spinning wheel of awesome for our listeners.
Sorry, Dylan.
Dylan, I am so sorry. My heart. Sorry, guys. It's the wheel. It's not us. All right. Next one is going to be... I know most of these people. I like that.
Ooh.
Abel? Abel?
Oh, here comes the it's rigged.
Oh, it's rigged.
Sorry, Chivo Hermano. Sorry, you don't get the jersey. You probably already have one.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people left. 9 spins to see who wins this brand new limited edition. Not limited edition.
Robert
Jerseys.
Pearson.
Roberts.
Sorry.
Perdón, Mato.
Yeesh.
Sorry. All right, we're getting into it.
Let's see.
Next elimination is going to be, is it going to be Tay Tay?
Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay.
Sorry, Tay-Tay.
Sorry.
By the way, all these people probably own like 3 of these jerseys already.
Tay Tay literally just commented, "This is good content!" Exclamation point.
He lost.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. That's what makes it great content. Don't
so
laugh
sorry.
at that. Remove Tay-Tay. Sorry, Tay-Tay. We will be giving away this San Diego Loyal goalkeeper kit from last season.
Yeah, we do have
Oh,
a
no,
John,
not last. Is it last season?
Yeah, last season. John Kempin jersey. We still have
For
one.
the one game that he had,
The
right?
one game that he had. Cannot confirm. Oh, that's you.
Oh, that's
Cannot
me.
confirm or deny if that is a game worn one. Maybe. All right. Sorry. I'm so,
He said no.
Procrastinating Puma says he's wearing it right now, so we'll see. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people left. 7 people left in the Spinneroonies.
Here we go.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Ooh.
Dolee.
Dolee.
Oh,
Dooley.
man.
Dooley.
I like one syllable first name, last names. Sorry, here are your consolation fireworks. Enjoy that. Remove. I'm sorry. We're going to do this more often. We're trying. The club needs to give us stuff and then tickets.
Ooh.
Next one is Esteban Toscano. Esteban, we all know you already got the jersey. We know
He's got all the jerseys.
You're taken care of in that sense.
He's
Great
gonna want
stuff.
the goalkeeper one.
He's gonna want the goalkeeper one. Yeah, that's actually not a bad shout. All right, next one, coming down to it.
Ooh.
Steve Bolita, Esteban Bolita,
Steve.
Steve Ball. Next elimination. Here are your fireworks of sadness. All right, we got David Ayala, we got Sammy Rodriguez, we got the last one to
Lynn.
enter, Lynn. I was gonna shuffle it, but no, it wouldn't be fair.
I don't think Rambrito's a real name, is it? I think it's one of those prank names.
All right, here is the spin.
Yeah, that's your boy David Ayala wrote that one. Rambrito, you're out anyways. David Ayala should be out for that one.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he put Rambrito and David Ayala.
Cool.
So David Ayala
Eliminated
eliminated for
automatically.
cheating.
Por pendejo. Stúpido. Why would you do that? I'm pissed at you. Get your shit together, all right? You really want me to be your best man? Then you don't do shit like this. Estúpido. No mames, pendejo. ¿Qué estás haciendo, güey? You're fucking messing this thing up, all right? I hope the cake falls, all right? I really hope you know what? Like, your bachelor party just got so much lamer. Like, it's so much lamer now.
That's the
It's
boy
so
Gary.
much lamer.
Oh,
With the chingada madre.
he
All right,
wanted
3
that.
people left. I love it. I mean,
that was the,
eliminated
that was
their...
the wedding gift.
That was... Yeah, here's your wedding gift. Pendejo.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. 3 people
Let's
left.
see. Oh.
Ooh.
Looks like
That's
it's
going to be Lynn. Lynn is out.
Lynn, so sorry. Almost there. They said start all over. We're not starting it all over. All right, we have 2 people. Buck.
And Sammy.
Is Buck a real name?
I would check it. Who's Buck? Who the fuck is Buck?
Who's Buck?
If you're subscribed, please be subscribed. I'd love for you to be subscribed. I'd love for you to win this jersey.
Who wrote Buck? Cade
Fine.
Buck.
Kate Buck?
Cade Buck.
So-
Neat. Account named Neat wrote it.
Oh,
been commenting.
okay. All right. Been commenting. Actually part of the Cove.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, I hope I win, though. Yeah. Perfect. Good luck, Sam. Good luck, Buck. It's going to be a good one.
Contact us through Instagram or Twitter immediately following this so you can claim your San Diego loyal jersey. If this is fun, we'll do it again. We'll beg the club for more of this stuff and we'll get it to you. All right, ready?
Ready.
Go. La Pokebola del Destino. The winner is gonna be the last one standing, which means
Mr.
Buck
Sorry, Buck.
gets eliminated. But hey, you made it all the way to the end. That's pretty cool. Which means that
Samuel Rodriguez.
our winner is somebody who is making the ultimate sacrifice and defending our country from fools with
You
low
lose. Good
socks.
day, sir.
You win. Great day, sir.
You win, Sam. Congratulations, Amierdicanista. Good job.
God damn it.
¿Te queda la XL, güey? O...
David just texted me. Why?
He's probably really mad. Oh, man. Sorry, man. Like,
Part of it.
Tony missed that name. All right. San Diego Wave. Moving on. Sam, hit us up. You got our numbers, Instagram, Twitter handles, wherever you want to hit us up. Go ahead, hit us up. See when we can meet up. What happened?
Don't worry about it.
I know.
You fucked up. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break and we will come back. All right,
All right,
back
we're
from
back.
commercials. Wow, look at that. The commercials in the middle of two balls in a mic. First thing for everything. Good job, everybody. That was fun. So let me know. The blood pressure went through the roof. I am so sorry, but congrats, Sammy. This is yours. Here, I'll make sure that nobody wears it. Make sure that it stays intact, just for you. You know, I just want to make sure it fits. You know, it's stretchy. You know.
No te la pongas, vato.
wanna
No,
make
what are
sure
you
that-
doing?
No.
Wait, no, güey. Te queda apretada esa, güey.
It's new.
It is new.
It is new. All right, so that is what we have for anything related to San Diego Loyal. San Diego Wave is up next. Again, thank you for everybody who did that. We're gonna try to give more. We're gonna try to give more stuff away, tickets, Loyal Wave stuff,
Well, now
soccer
when
stuff.
we give this one away.
We will give that John Kempen one away. I honestly want to get John Kempen to sign it somehow, but man's retired. Póntela, te la pongo ahorita. But yeah, so San Diego Wave is, we were talking about it. They had the Challenge Cup, which is almost like their version of the Open Cup. It's a tournament within a tournament. They played against Portland Thorns. A lot of Northwestern teams in San Diego doing battle. So that game was pretty cool to go and get out there in the middle of the week. Some rotational players, but one of the things that did happen was a player that we interviewed recently for San Diego Wave actually got her debut, Sierra Engi. We were fortunate enough to have some time with her. She was awesome in our interview. And actually you, Chiva, asked her the question as far as, you know, we'll hear it right here.
Switch the camera. Los queremos mirar. Oh, do we not have the camera on us?
Sorry, I mean, it's right there. All right. Mírame esta. Fabuloso. Anyway, moving on,
All right, let's go,
transitioning.
yeah.
You asked a really good question during our interview to Sierra, which is right here.
You go and you see Snapdragon packed for the first time. Obviously, I want to know your initial reaction,
wearing
but
the same
have you
jacket.
also envisioned what your first start at Snapdragon will look and feel like for yourself?
Good job interrupting yourself.
Yeah, I think our first game was so special. To have so many fans there to support us was really incredible. And I just remember running out on the field for the first time with that many fans there, just kind of taking a moment and realizing how cool this is and how incredible it is that my family gets to be in the stands right there. And it just took 20 minutes for them to get there. And so it was just pretty surreal, honestly. And it was a moment that I just kind of wanted to let sink in. And I'm just excited, for whenever I can make my first appearance. I think it's going to be fun to just our fans are the best fans in the NWSL. They are so loud um, and cheer really well. And as I've talked about with a couple other teammates, they cheer for the defenders too, which is rare sometimes. They cheer for good blocks and good tackles and that kind of stuff. So I'm just really excited for when I can make my first minute.
And it didn't take long after that. I mean, maybe the 2 balls effect, because Sierra got herself her first start in this Challenge Cup. And so I had the opportunity to be at that match over while you were at Palm Springs enjoying your conference. You're at Coachella, bro. You were like rolling loud and
Not at
everything.
Coachella.
All kinds of loud, all kinds of such. In any case, yeah, so we have Sierra Engie right here.
After the game.
After the game.
After her
And I
first
kind of
start.
did a follow-up on that same thread, that same storyline. And then she gave her thoughts about her first start, too.
Tonight was great. We wanted to bounce back from our trip to Seattle, and I think we got to really show our depth as a team and just come out and prove that we're a really strong team, and we're going to go far this year.
Yeah, I mean, same what Sierra said. I think that just goes to show this team has a lot of grit, and it's always next one up. Everyone's there to support each other, no matter who's on the field, who's coming off the bench. Like, everyone's always there for each other, pushing each other. And at the end of the day, we all want the same result, win, and that's what we got tonight.
What's your question?
It's coming.
Oh.
Hi, congratulations on your start. A couple of days ago, Sierra asked you if you had envisioned what your debut would be like. Was it everything you thought?
Sorry,
Oh,
I forgot.
you
I
asked
forgot.
her?
I forgot.
You
I'm
asked
sorry.
her?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We asked her. As 2 balls in the mic. I'm speaking on behalf of 2 balls in the mic, the
Yeah,
entity
yeah,
of 2 balls in
yeah.
the mic.
Of course.
Thought it would.
Beginning.
And then Rachel, are you enjoying this Challenge Cup format now in season as opposed to the format that we had last year?
Yeah, I think it was a great way to start off my career here. It was so nice to be able to debut in San Diego, and I'm just really grateful for the fans that are here to support us each and every day, especially during the midweek game. So, yeah, I really couldn't have gone better. A win on my debut is great.
Getting herself a win on the debut is really awesome. She
It's always good.
was able to get in there. We were excited to see Lauren Brisky too, but like, I was like, I guess,
Not yet. Not yet. We
Casey
gotta wait
was like,
till
no.
During the World Cup, I guess.
yeah. So they'll get some minutes. We're planning on getting more players as we go throughout the season. So it's really cool to see that local talent, Sierra Engie,
And-
getting her first minutes
And
here.
it's a big win, too. It's against Portland Thorns, who arguably are one of the best teams in the NWSL as well,
Mhm.
right? Obviously, they had rotations as well. And you get those 3 points for the Challenge Cup. But then you go on a few days later on Saturday to play against Angel City. Your rivalry, in a way, LA against San Diego is always going to be a rivalry no matter
Yeah.
the sport. So you throw probably what could be your best 11. The backline's still the same, right? With McNabb, Girma, Rio, Westphal, and Sheridan. I mean, still no Abby Dahlkemper, still injured.
Mhm.
So that's still the solid back line. You have Van Ekman back in the starting lineup, which you didn't in the last NWSL match.
Emily Van Egmond is a beast. She shut it down in the Challenge Cup. She got her some minutes under her in that game and just commanded that midfield along with Calaprico. Like Calaprico and Van Egmond really know how to command that midfield and control it and be strong. I'm glad that kind of the need to have that strong midfielder is weight off of Korniak, because now she can actually create and be more offensive where they need her to be. But yeah, and then throw in Jaden Shaw there also in the midfield, who,
Yeah, something different too. And at the end of the day, you have this game, right? And you end up winning 2-0 with 2 goals in the second half. But you're not playing. You're playing at the same level that you've always played so far in the season, right? But you don't have your stars Alex Morgan and Jaden Shaw score, which is essentially what Casey Stoney has told us before. I want a roster where the goal scorers are throughout everyone, spread out evenly, not just one player.
It's not
that's
Alex
scoring.
Morgan FC.
Exactly.
Not Alex Morgan FC. That's
And then you have Sophia Jakobsson scoring, right? And it's always great. She got her one goal last season, and she was so excited after that when we spoke to her in the press conference. And she gets to score here. Sadly, we couldn't. It's like that you couldn't get her in the press conference because that would have been cool as well, just to hear her thoughts on this goal so early into the season for her.
talking about
you
the
muted yourself there.
yeah, 100%. Still talking about the LA game, right?
Yeah, we are.
Cool. But yeah, so talking about that goal, right? Like it's getting that confidence into Sophia Jakobsson, who also played in the Challenge Cup matchup and had a good performance as well. And this time you have Sophia over on the right-hand side. Sophia almost like the Adrian Perez in a way, but very much, I think it's better. Like the way she controlled the ball in.
I think the shot was better on target. It was placed really good where she knew the goalkeeper wasn't going to get it. And it's good to see Jakobsson back at this level because now she's going to start creating
She's the 10, dude. She's the 10.
She's the 10. And she's going to start creating the competition for Amira Ali, for Jaden Shaw, for Alex Morgan herself as well. So it's good to have her in this form.
And then obviously, you know, you're able to kind of maneuver with her. She's had a lot of time over on the left-hand side on the left wing. And then you can always just flip her in to the right side. I know in the Challenge Cup they had Jakobsson in the left, and then Jaden Shaw came in and just restructured everything, swap wings. And it's very dynamic the way they're able to do that. So LA, beat LA. Always good when you beat LA. LA is just detestable in every sense of the word. And ultimately at the end, you get a fortunate rebound here to make it a 2-0. Doniak, you know, again, you shoot, you create chances, you create your own destiny.
And the thing is, it's the pressure that Donia creates, right? Sliding to get the ball up there, eventually getting it back, and you get a touch from Alex Morgan, and you take the shot, gets deflected. But that pressure you were creating, that she was creating herself up on top, ended up leading to this goal, which is the type of game that Casey Stoney likes, pressuring on top and just trying to get the ball up there and catch them off mistakes.
Exactly. You see that pressure, exactly what you're talking about right there. You shoot to shoot, and you're fortunate to get that deflection, and it goes up and over the goalkeeper, making it 2-0. A really good start here for San Diego Wave this season. And
in second, well, technically third place based on goal difference, just behind Reign. But they're only 1 point away from being in first place as well. So, I mean, what we know about the NWSL is that it's always going to be a very close race when it comes to positioning for the playoffs. You essentially want to be first place just to avoid that and go straight into the semifinals. But again, every point really does matter here. It's not, I mean, you can talk about loyal and stuff. It's 38 games. Again, this is only a 12-team league. So essentially, every game really does matter when it comes to only playing 20-something games.
I love this reaction after beating LA. Like this ingrained myself to Kaylin and Morgan. Yep. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's San Diego for you.
Yep.
It's not little brother, little sister, big sister situation. Like no. San Diego Wave is the team to beat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I don't think we've even seen her anywhere as close as good as they can possibly be.
They have their next game Saturday at 7 p.m. It's one of those games that conflicts with San Diego Loyal, both being at home, but this one's going to be against Orlando Pride. I believe it's going to be superhero night theme, so that's pretty cool that they have those themes as well. That's going to be
but like, you know, that's very talking to somebody, they're like, yeah, minor league baseball, like, okay, like do something with it, right? Superhero night, if you wear your favorite superhero, whatever, you get a free hot dog, you get a free 10% discount on parking. Like, I don't know, it's something like right?
That,
like something
that would be very cool. I know you're going to be at this game.
Probably, yeah.
I'm trying my best to be able to make it a loyal, so we both go to something. Most likely will happen. But yeah, I mean, Orlando Pride, if you look at them real quick, they are sitting dead last with 0 points, 4 losses. So not the best start of the season for Orlando Pride. So in a way, on paper,
you got to eliminate you real quick.
Oh yeah, there you go. There they are.
There they are.
So then essentially it should be a win for San Diego Wave, but it does happen where sometimes the Orlando Pride's gonna have to get the first win sometime in the season. But I do think San Diego Wave managed a pretty good, comfortable win here.
100%. And then we did have some sound over by Coach from Coach Casey Stoney post match. That's not her. There it is.
45 minutes, but even then, I have to massively give my team credit. The way they defended the box tonight and the blocks that they put in and the passion they had to keep a clean sheet and they put their bodies on the line was incredible. Sometimes you can go into a game, not play well, don't deserve to win, and you can come out of a result. Sometimes you can go into a game, play really well, and not come out of a result. Obviously, I'd love us to play well and win. But the 3 points is massive for us in terms of momentum. So, yeah, really pleased with that.
So some words there by Casey Stoney. We'll have the full presser available later on Two Balls at a Mic. But overall, 2-0 to 2-0 over Angel City, your rivals here in SoCal. You want that dominance. I think that shows exactly the caliber that San Diego has, and I think they can build upon this very, very, very much, very well.
100% agree. So we'll see what they bring at Snapdragon on Saturday.
Yeah, and yes, it was her birthday, 100%. Yeah, it was Sophia's birthday.
Sick.
So she gave us the gift at that time. So that was fantastic. It's a great interview for Sophia. Really appreciate that. We want to get more players just across the board. Want to get those in as much as we can and really show and showcase the people behind the goals in a sense. So hopefully we'll start building a little bit more. We'll put in requests from our players. Eventually, yeah, of course, I'd love to get Alex Morgan and whatnot.
Super great. I had my birthday today too, so it was extra special to score on my birthday and obviously come away with 3 points. So I'm super happy.
Let's go. But yeah, I mean, that's what we have for San Diego Wave. We're going to have more coverage as we go throughout. But if anything, let us know. It's like, oh, yeah, we see you. Yay. But thank you for everybody who's supporting this season. I mean, that's local soccer. Literally, I mean, what do we want to talk about? Champions League, I was wrong. Chelsea did not win the Champions League.
You don't want to dive into it a little bit?
Do you want to dive into Europa League and Manchester United getting destroyed by Sevilla?
Okay, we had our main two defenders out, injured.
All right.
We had to start Harry Maguire.
Your captain was on there, Harry Maguire.
You did say De Gea should have kicked that out instead. We all saw the mistake that Harry Maguire did.
Harry Maguire.
You blamed De Gea a little bit there too.
Yeah,
right?
100%. But I mean, both our teams suck. Both teams are out. At least we're not Tottenham losing 6-1.
My team already won trophy this season and are in the FA Cup final.
My team makes more prize money this season than your team.
It's sad that you have to dive down that alley because it's
it's sad. It's sad that you have to count that trophy.
FA Cup
That's sad. Which you have to
gets you
count
more
that
money.
trophy. Okay, you're
Where's
not going to win the FA Cup.
Where's Chelsea going to be
You're
next
not going to
season
win
with no Champions League?
We're going to be fighting for the first place with Pochettino as our manager, and we're going to
Oh,
go
are
ahead and
you
change
now?
everything
Are
around.
you
I mean,
now?
come on now. We're going to
All
win
right.
it. We're going to win the
Real quick,
conference.
real quick.
The Confederates.
Do you think we have the semifinals for Champions League? Madrid against City, and then you have Milan against Inter Milan.
I like that.
I
like that. I want violence.
Can City? Is this the year City wins a treble?
Nope. Manchester United. Manchester United. Oh, Manchester United. I'm going to triple. No, Real Madrid is going to win against Manchester City.
Do you think City takes the Prem? They're 6 points behind Arsenal with 2
I think
games
so
in
because
hand.
Arsenal sucks and they're going to
choked
bottle
it.
it.
3 straight
they're going to
draws
bottle
in
it.
a row.
They are going to bottle it. I love it.
City wins the FA Cup too?
Yeah. 100%. Oh, 100%. Yeah. You guys have no shot. No shot. No shot. It's over. It's over. What? Mason Greenwood going to come back and save you guys? Okay.
No,
all right. Going to force his way back into the pitch. Okay. But no, I think that would be for European football. We'll touch on it a little bit more, but I think
Chivas van por tercer lugar en la tabla.
Yay.
Anyone cares.
Thank you for everybody who participated in the giveaway. We will definitely do more of this. Make sure you put your real name and only your real name next time because then it just rigs stuff apparently and it's not good. So make sure you're on top of that. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe. That's all we ask. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click subscribe. That's it. One thing. That's it. Just please, just help us out. Bye.
Yes,